Good morning, guys. My name is Saurabh, and I'm the student of ADMC, and my student ID is 300999123, and I'm studying contemporary challenges with IT managers. And today, for my assignment, I would like to talk about disaster recovery plan as one of my topics. Well, talking about the dis disaster recovery, every business needs a strong disaster recovery plan. Like any difficult topic, disaster recovery is something that nobody wants to think about, but everyone needs to plan for it. Disaster recovery is the ability to continue work after any number of catastrophic problems, ranging from a computer virus or hacker attack to a natural disaster like earthquake, fire, or it can be flood, just like in Queensland. Having a disaster recovery plan in place takes a little time and effort, but the peace of mind it brings and the ability to continue work after the unthinkable are well worth it. Disaster recovery must take into account how a business is run and the different elements required to keep the business going. These needs vary from business to business, and a good disaster recovery plan should be designed for the individual business needs. For example, just for example, Coles supermarket, they might have different disaster plan as compared to an IT company running a multi-story building in the Melbourne CBD. So therefore, different businesses needs to have a different disaster strategy plan. So using a generic disaster recovery strategy is better than nothing, but it may stress elements that are less important to your business, or worse, leave out critical aspects because we don't need to go to the critical. We don't need to work on the critical aspects. The first step to crafting an individual disaster recovery plan is mapping out the most critical aspects of day-to-day business. If a great deal of time is spent communicating with clients over the phone, then a backup phone system needs to be addressed. This can be as simple as having employee cell phones so that if the office landline is damaged, workers can call clients using their own personal phones. It may also be as complex as having a backup call center located in another state so that the traffic can be routed to another location if problems arise at the certain call center. And for the networking business, we can also keep a network server as a backup. You can keep two servers, one of them as a backup. So if one of the server fails, another server can act as a primary server, and that's how we can plan our disaster strategy. Well, data safety is perhaps one of the most crucial and overlooked aspects of disaster recovery. Being able to call your clients on another phone system is little help if you do not have a list of clients, their orders and their phone numbers. You cannot take any orders if you do not have any access to your inventory system. Data recovery often includes making frequent backups of all crucial data and records, both digital and hard copies, keeping the files in your system archives, or you can also arrange a third-party softwares to make sure that all your data is safe and encrypted. It is also important to keep in mind that the time frame for the disaster recovery. If your company needs to recover almost instantly from a disaster, much more complex and redundant steps must be taken than if you have the ability to spend more time recovering. If your company works in a real-time, the online environment, you need multiple systems standing by so that in the event of disaster, they can they can instantly come online. If your company works in longer time frames, then allowing for several hours or days to recover records, organize documents, and resume work may be acceptable. In the event of disaster, will your business have the ability to pick up the pieces and get back to work or well things? These are some type of questions that we should always have in our mind while generating a disaster strategy plan. While it isn't possible to plan for every event, a solid disaster recovery plan can make all the difference. A disaster recovery plan is one of those difficult but necessary aspects of successful business. With luck, you may never need to rely on your disaster recovery plan, but if you ever do, you will be glad that you planned ahead. Thank you very much for this.